Hey friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well, and I am very excited to be back today with another What Sold video. You guys know as soon as it hits the beginning of a month that you're gonna see what sold in the month before it. So I'm here today to show you guys exactly how much I sold in March, how many items I sold, what I sold them for, the biggest sales, one of the lowest sales, and just an overall view at what it looks like to be a Poshmark reseller. I have my trusty Otis here. He is looking out the window right now and barking at all the dogs outside, but he will be joining us for today's video. I'm very excited to be sharing all these numbers with you. It's a very transparent video where I literally tell you guys how much I bought things for, how much I sold them for, and I take you guys along with me to see how much money I'm actually making from being a part-time reseller on Poshmark. It should be very fun. I always love filming these videos, and if you see me referring to my phone a lot in this video, it is because all of my notes are on here. Without further ado, let's jump into what sold in March of 2021. So I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like every single month that I always feel like I did terrible in the month until I go at the very end of the month and look at how much I actually sold. I always feel like the last month was just so good and then this month sucks. Maybe that's just me, but I do it every single month. Every single month I feel like I did horrible. And then I look at the numbers and I'm like, oh, I did like the same as last month. So maybe it's just because I feel that way every single month that it's the same. I don't know. Anywho. So this month, between Jeremy and I's Poshmarks, if you guys don't know, both my husband and I have a Poshmark closet. We've been doing a lot of cross-posting on those, so a lot of our things are now the same items. And it's been really helpful, especially this month. So instead of showing you guys Jeremy's numbers and my numbers, I'm just gonna combine them all into one. It's gonna be a lot less confusing for you guys, so let's just go into it. So this is really my baby. It's something that I'm really passionate about, and then my husband helps me out with it, so I'm very thankful for all the help he gives me. And he sold a little bit more than I did this month, which was great for him. So in total, between Poshmark and Mercari, we both have a Poshmark, we both have a Mercari, we sold $1,971. So those were just our sales numbers. Our gross profit was $1,551.52, which is just a smidge lower than last month. Last month we were about $100 above these two marks. I think we sold about $2,000, and then our gross profit was $1,600. So we were pretty much on track. For March being a little bit of a slower month for us, I think we did pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. So that was our gross profit, $1,551.52. I counted up how much I spent on all of the pieces that we sold to make that profit, and I spent $130 to make $1,550. So honestly, I would count that as a win. I'm pretty happy with that. As time has moved on, I've been spending less and less money to make more and more money. And that is the goal. That is the hope, right? I do a lot of my sourcing from the Goodwill outlet, the Goodwill bins, as people like to call them. They are bins full of items that you pay per pound for instead of per item, and it is definitely the cheapest way for me to get my inventory. I love going shopping there. I have so many come through with me. I'll link some up above, but gosh, it is just so fun, so easy, and like, I just find the best things there. Speaking of things that I found at the Goodwill outlet, we sold 81 items this month. So last month, even though we made a little bit more, we sold 71 items. So last month we sold things for a little bit of a higher price, less items. This month we really got a lot of things moving. We just realized that we had so many shoes. I did a lot of organizing in our Poshmark closets, and we just kind of were trying to get things moving. We sold them for a little bit less. We were just happy to get some inventory out of our house and into other people's hands. So we sold 81 items in total, and the average sale price, I sold 43 items, Jeremy sold 38 items, and his average sale price was $26.70 and mine was $22.26. So very similar. Not the highest, not the best average sales price. We probably want to work on getting that up, but for this month, that's okay. From those 81 items, 51 of the items came from the bins, which is chef's kiss. It is so good to hear that they are coming from the bins. The majority of the things that I'm selling are from the bins because, man, that is just the best way for me to get inventory at the cheapest cost. So all of those items, I kind of averaged it out to be about $1 a piece, which is phenomenal. You cannot get those prices. 51 items came from the bins, and then 10 items came from my closet. So usually I count how much I paid for my clothes, and then I add that in to our totals. This time I decided not to do that because I was looking at my clothes as being a cost, and I bought them and now I'm reselling them. But instead I'm kind of looking at them as things that I purchased for myself, and then I use that money to give myself the wear, and then the money that I spent on those clothing, I'm not going to count into how much I'm paying for the things that I'm reselling, because it's a very different thing in my opinion to just kind of sell some of my older clothes than it is to go out and purposefully purchase something to resell. So I'm not going to include that in our numbers for this, but 10 items were mine. I'm not going to include how much I paid for those, but 16 items were from Goodwill, and I figured about $5 per item. It gave me $80 that we spent on the things from Goodwill. And then 4 of the items that we got, 4 of those 81 items were just given to us. So free items are always great items. So we got the $50 from the bins, the $80 from the Goodwill, and that came out to the $130 that we paid for all of our items. So all in all, it was a good month. We sold a lot of things. We got a lot of things moving. 81 items are no longer in our home, so I'm very excited to hear that. So those are all the breakdowns of the numbers, but now we're gonna move on to our most interesting sales. So items that were the highest sales that we had, and also some items that were some of the lower numbers as well, some things that have interesting stories. The first item I'm gonna show you guys is this crochet cardigan. So I found this in the bins. I tried it on in a video. If I can find that video, I'll put it up above, but I thought this was absolutely wonderful. I just never reached for it. I got it in the bins, and I was thinking maybe I'd resell it, maybe I'd keep it for myself, and I just ended up reselling it. I listed it at $50, and I received an offer for $45, which is an amazing offer, so I definitely took the offer, and from that $45 minus Poshmark fees and everything, I made $36. So for something I got from the bins, I made about 35 bucks on that. So that was a super good sale, and I think this piece is really, really cute. This next piece is also from the bins. It is a new with tags piece that I found. It's called the Sequin Making an Entrance Duster. I think this was by Fashion Nova, and I didn't have it sitting on my Poshmark for too long, maybe a month or so, but I sold it for $40, and from that $40 I made $30.50. And then this month was really good for me in just having a lot of people bundling items. It was so good. Bundles are my favorite. They are the best way to sell your pieces because you don't have to worry about giving an individual discount on every piece. I can make much more money from somebody liking 4 things and putting them in a bundle than I can from 4 individual things. It's just how it works. People usually, in my opinion, they don't really buy unless you give them some sort of discount, whether that be a shipping discount or just like a little deal off the top. I like to just give a good bulk discount when people bundle. I think it's just the easiest thing to do. So I have this bundle from one of my viewers, Betty. You are such a sweet lady, and I'm so grateful to have you here. But Betty bought these 2 pieces. One was this really nice white vest, and the other was this really cool vintage Betty Boop shirt. Such a cool find. I was very excited about that. And both those pieces were priced pretty high, but then I made her a deal of $60 for both pieces, so about $30 a piece. And from that $60, I made $48. So I'm so happy to be giving things to my viewers. I just love making deals with you guys and just spreading the love for thrifting. It's so much fun. So the other bundle I have here was a $75 bundle. Another viewer, thank you Laura, I appreciate it so much. And from this, we have this pair of UGG sandals, a pair of Tom's wedges, an Urban Outfitter cardigan, and a Free People dress. So all in all, 3 of those pieces, the UGG sandals, the Urban Outfitter cardigan, and the Tom's wedges were all from the bins, so I spent maybe $1 a piece there. The Free People dress though, I spent $12 on. I found that on my honeymoon actually at a random thrift store in Michigan. So I spent $15 on all of these pieces, and I made $60 after all of the taxes and Poshmark fees. So spending $15, making $60, had an actual profit there of $45, which was really good. Happy with that. This next item, actually Jeremy sold it, which is super good, which is this vintage Nike windbreaker. It was a super cool piece, and it was a very thin piece. So I put down, I spent $1 on that, but I probably spent more like 50 cents, and somebody bought it for $50. I think they bought it outright. So Jeremy made $42 on that windbreaker, which is great. I thought it was a really cool piece. I did show it in a haul not too long ago, so that was a good pickup. Now, I was so excited when these sold because, man, we are out of shoe room in our apartment. We just don't have room for shoes. And this pair of UGG boots I picked up, and they were not in the best of condition. I didn't know if I should have picked them up, but I spent one day where I just was cleaning UGG boots, and so I cleaned these up. They looked so much better. And then we sold them for $42, which is absolutely wonderful. So we sold them for $42 and we made $32 on that basically. So that was really good. I was really happy with that profit, especially for me having to clean them up, and they still looked really good, so that's great. This next item, I didn't realize how popular these were. So I've had a pair of Timberland Chelsea boots sitting on my closet for so long now. I thought that was such a cute style. Like Chelsea boots are very nice in general, and they usually do well, but for some reason, these Timberland boots just have been sitting. But I found this pair of Timberland boots that sold. They're what sold this month. And they were like that older style where it's like the lace up. And I wasn't expecting those to be very popular, but I bought them anyway because they were in the bins. I probably spent a little bit over $1 for these because they're so big and heavy, but somebody bought them for $65, which is wonderful. So that's a BOLO for you guys. Be on the lookout for these kind of Timberland boots, especially in the bins. I got them in the bins for maybe $1 or $2. Somebody bought them for $65 and we made $52 on them. That's a wonderful find. That's a wonderful sale. I'm very happy with that. Next up, we have this super cute pair of Haflinger clogs. I had never heard this brand before. I had never seen this brand before, but man, these were cute. They were my size too. I was kind of hoping they would stick around a little bit longer than they did. I think we only had them up for a few days before somebody purchased them off of Jeremy's Poshmark. And we sold those for $50, made $38, and I got them in the bins. So that's pretty much all profit. I look at it almost as all profit when I sell something from the bins just because of how cheap I get things there. This next sale was so beautiful as well. Found this in the bins. Almost everything that I find that's really cool, it's from the bins. I love the bins so much, guys. I am a wholehearted proponent of them. But this Eileen Fisher like cardigan blazer was so cool. I was hoping it would stay around longer again because it was my size and I could wear it and it was so beautiful. But Jeremy sold it like in the same day that he posted it and at full asking price for $65, which was wonderful. So we made $52 from that. Super happy with that sale, but man, it was a beautiful piece. And to find that in the bins, like Eileen Fisher is not cheap. That is amazing. So we have 2 more pieces here. One I sold on Mercari, and it was this pair of new with tags silver Birkenstock sandals. So I love Birkenstocks. I love finding Birkenstocks. I think I have 1 more pair in my closet right now, but this pair I actually found at a Plato's Closet for 20 bucks. So usually I don't buy things that are that expensive, but since these were new with tags, Birkenstocks, I knew I could make a good profit on them. I did the research beforehand. I took an offer for $72 for them on Mercari. And the really sad thing about this sale was that I misjudged how much they weighed. So I sent them out and I was going to make like $62 off that, which was like $40 of profit. That's still great. But then I got hit with a little fee afterward of $6 because they were 1 ounce overweight. I just can't handle that. Is anybody else in the same boat? Does anybody else hate the stupid Mercari rules? Like if it's 1 ounce over, you get hit with a fee afterward. It is the stupidest thing. Instead of making like 60 something dollars, we made $56.40 then. So it's not bad. It's just like, really frustrating. Anywho. And then this last piece I wanted to talk to you guys about was this Easter pastel sweater vest. I was so happy to finally be rid of this piece. I thought it was so cute. I had so many likes on this item and I got it in the bins for maybe like $1. So it was a really cheap piece, but I knew that I was kind of like on a countdown here because Easter is this coming Sunday. So I knew I needed to sell it rather soon unless I wanted it to sit for another year. So I had it listed higher than $10 for sure, but somebody offered me $10. I made $7 on it. I thought it's just worth taking the money and moving on. I don't want to have a Christmas vest or a Christmas sweater sitting the whole year waiting for Christmas to come around again. I don't want an Easter vest sitting. Sometimes, guys, it's just best to take an offer and just move on, get the piece out of your closet. That's what happened with another piece too. Like somebody had been messaging me, commenting on this piece over and over again for the last like 3 months, almost consistent, almost daily, just ask me, oh, I'm just so happy this dress is still available. Hopefully I can buy it soon. And it was a lot. It was a lot. So I was really happy when they finally offered me way lower than my asking price, but I was just like, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna let them have it because I want this to stop. It takes a lot of time. I definitely sometimes think it's worth it to just accept an offer and move on. If it's just for your own personal piece, I feel like that's worth it for the time and money that you're putting into things. That's my one little tidbit of advice for you. Oh, sweet boy, you are such a sleepy bear. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed looking at this month with me. It was a good month. I am very blessed. I'm very happy to have had it. Hopefully next month we will get more things listed. That's kind of been our weakness this month. We haven't been listing as much. We have so many pieces that are just sitting and waiting to have their pictures taken so we can put them up on Poshmark and Mercari. So we have a lot of work to do this month. I'm very grateful to have you guys here on my channel. Guys, we are so close to 1,000 subscribers. I am so excited to finally be a YouTube partner. Let's go. You guys are part of this. I thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys are not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you guys would hit that subscribe button, hit that little button, hit the notification bell, and join us here in this friend group on YouTube. I love interacting with you guys in the comments. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for being here today. If you liked today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. About 60% of you guys that are watching are not subscribed, and I know that you're still here. So if you are still here and you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Let me know if you guys like these videos. I love filming them. I love watching them, and hopefully you guys do too. I love you so much. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and until the next video, bye.